Lithuania is one of the three countries with which Kazakhstan has established an effective economic partnership. The turnover does not reflect the full potential of our cooperation, but promises big prospects. That's what Consul General of the Republic of Lithuania in Almaty, Regimantas Jablonskas, says. Of course, we should not stop. We should always strive to develop relationships. We attach great importance to the development of our trade and economic relations with Kazakhstan.
Большое значение развитию наших торгово-экономических отношений с Казахстаном.
Last year, for the first time, it has reached $1 billion. It should be noted that in the last 5 years, trade relations have developed very actively. Despite global economic challenges, our turnover did not decrease, though remained at the same level.
Смотря вот сейчас опять на те вот глобальные экономические проблемы, которые присутствуют в мире и так далее, хорошо было бы, чтобы наш товарооборот не уменьшался, хотя бы оставил на том же самом уровне. В наших отношениях, я думаю, что...
In our relationship, we put transport sector on the first place. A big transport exhibition, Transit Kazakhstan 2015, was held in Almaty. The first time, our country was represented by about 20 transport and logistics companies. This suggests that Lithuanian companies have a big interest in cooperation and establishing contacts. I think we are on the right track. Let us hope that our trade and economic relations with Kazakhstan will only grow, will strengthen and expand.
Только развиваться, укрепляться и расширяться.
Independence, says Consul General, gave our countries the opportunity to arrange our own destiny, to decide how to live and how to build a state. Lithuanian diplomats said that Lithuania and Kazakhstan have achieved great success here. Of course, these are different countries with a rather different history, different climatic conditions, with a different regional context. Lithuania has had a goal to return to the European family. Kazakhstan paid more attention to the construction of the state, the development of the economy. Now, says Mr. Jablonskas, Kazakhstan's economy is the most developed in the region. This creates good conditions for the development of mutual cooperation.
Моя вот цель здесь как бы продвигать и расширять наши торгово-экономические отношения. Как раз вот мы здесь вот...
My goal here is to promote, expand our trade and economic relations. Lithuanian business is already represented in your country. We are planning to open the Lithuanian Business Club at the Consulate General. I think to see how they are, how they feel themselves here. What do we have today? Of course, it is not only the official bilateral meeting at the presidential level, at the level of prime ministers and ministers. We have established Working Commerce Commission between the two countries, and next year in Kazakhstan will be a meeting of the Commission. Why I focus precisely on this area? Because for more than 20 years I have worked in our economics department. I graduated from the Faculty of Economics, and the economy is close to me, and I understand it. I think that the economy is the basis on which all other important areas of cooperation are developed.
В нашем экономическом департаменте. Сам закончил экономический факультет, и мне вот экономика к душе лежит. Я думаю, что снова, как наши экономики будут развиваться, как мы будем торговать и так далее, простой народ, простые люди будут от этого лучше жить.
Lithuania is in a strategically advantageous location and has a well-developed infrastructure, which provides intensive relations between the European Union and the CIS countries. 4 international airports, non-freezing seaport, and the presence of 2 international transport routes led to the fact that Lithuania has become an important center of international traffic. Kazakhstan is interested in trade with the European Union. If the product gets to Lithuania, so it will go further to the European Union. There will be no customs duties. Goods from Lithuania may be sent on to Western Europe. Most importantly, everything is done quickly, efficiently, and consignee receive the goods on time. Kazakhstan is home to about 6,000 Lithuanians. Most of them are former Lithuanian exiles and their descendants. It is also the Lithuanians who are actively involved in international projects. There is a Lithuanian community too, but there is no Lithuanian school. Let's try to make sure that children who spoke Lithuanian language will never forget it. And open the Lithuanian Sunday school. How big will it be? Everything will depend on the number of visitors. Lithuania is a wonderful country. Lithuanian language is very old, something similar to Sanskrit, which was used in India a million years ago. Some scientists, by the way, do not rule out that once the ancestors of Lithuanians had been on the territory of modern Kazakhstan. Regimantas Jablonskas were very pleased that in addition to the close political and economic ties among countries, cultural and tourist exchanges are getting better. After all, good relations are based only on the respect and trust of people. And the longer it is, the stronger the relationships are.
У нас уникальная в Литве природа. Люди, которые даже с советских времен, вот я имел вот такой, могу сказать, недавний пример, как вот проводили политические консультации.
We have a unique nature. Often remember one case. We held political consultations between the ministers of Lithuania and Kazakhstan. Often remember one case. We held political consultations between the ministries of Lithuania and Kazakhstan. I myself was present at the meeting and exchanged views. Political and economic issues were actively discussed, and we touched upon the subject of tourism. The Kazakh side held political consultations. Deputy Minister of Foreign Affairs, he says, I do not know of another place like Druskininkai. He remembers the Soviet times and he really feels comfortable there. But apart from Druskininkai, there are unique places like Birstonas, a new tourist point Anichey. There are of course the popular resorts like Palanga, Kurskaya Kosa.
Имеем, конечно, старые такие курорты, как Паланга, кто не знает Палангу и так далее. Курская коза не забыта для туристов и так далее. Очень много вот каждый год посещает Курскую косу людей из Германии. Я думаю, что есть и другие места, что мы можем казахским людям предложить.
I think there are other places that we can offer the citizens of Kazakhstan.
Компании мы представим те моменты, которые были бы заинтересованы не только как привыкли ехать там в Западную Европу. Я думаю, что они заново могут найти.
We will hold exhibitions on tourism, and thus people will be able to see again the very Lithuania, which we all remember from the Soviet era. The price and quality in Lithuania is cheaper than in Western Europe. Just maybe some people have forgotten about a tourist country like Lithuania. We would like to restore that gap. I think that we will succeed.
Мы хотели бы вот такой пробел восстановить. Я думаю, что нам это удастся.
Lithuanian diplomat would like to believe that in most cases we're looking for common ground in our daily work, traveling to beautiful places and meet interesting people. General Council has all the reasons for this belief. Kazakhstan, the third country in its diplomatic practice. Here, Mr. Jablonskas sees respect and tolerance towards others. Regimantas Jablonskas has been in the diplomatic service for nearly a quarter century. Prior to his appointment to Kazakhstan, he worked in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Lithuania, economic advisor to Ukraine and Norway.
Дипломатом стал случайно. В 1991 году заканчивал Вильнюсский университет.
Diplomacy came to my life accidentally. In 1991, I finished Economic University, and our students were recruited to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs from different faculties. with legal background, including the Faculty of Economics, where I studied. There were 3 of them. Those who have passed the selection of the Foreign Ministry Department, then called the Department of the Soviet Union. I was responsible for Moldova, Ukraine and Belarus.
Так называемого Советского Союза и был ответственный за Молдову, Украину и Беларусь. Как раз мы в то время наше министерство...
Just in time, we, our Ministry of Foreign Affairs, collected information on these countries and to establish contacts with these countries, and my first visit took place in the same 1991. It was in the month of June. I remember perfectly. Here we were young diplomats from this department sent to other countries to establish contacts between the Ministries of Foreign Affairs. There was a meeting arranged with representatives of the business, which would also establish trade and economic relations with the Lithuanian side. And for 3 days, I had such an extensive program. I remember, in those days, I was even greeted by Vice Minister of Foreign Affairs. I was there the 3rd secretary. I had the honor to meet the Vice Minister of Moldova.
Конечно, волновались. Все, без исключения. Если ты не волнуешься, ну, как-то не то, что несерьезно, но...
Of course, I was worried, without exception. And I do not remember why my hands were trembling there. My hands, we may say, were getting soaking wet. I remember I was afraid to shake hands, because they were wet. Of course, it happened to me not only 25 years ago. Sometimes it happens to me now. You worried before each meeting. Excitement is always there, because you represent your country. You have to take responsibility for this. And in those moments, we must discuss and calm down our excitement, because of that meeting depends the results that you achieve.
Те моменты, которые надо обсуждать, решать и так далее. Волнение какое-то присутствует, потому что от той встречи зависят те результаты, которые ты достигнешь. За то время, как я работаю в системе Министерства иностранных дел, приходилось мне работать в Украине и в Норвегии. Конечно, особенные такие вот моменты могу...
During my time, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, I was on a mission to Ukraine and Norway. Many different memories. For example, in Norway, I was confronted with the fact that people were not in a hurry. We are, as we are called, hot Baltic guys. Somehow it was hard to get used to. Invitations to lunch and so on, they do it in advance. It was somehow unusual. The first time I remember, I was invited to lunch already a month before lunch. I did not understand a couple of times asking questions you are not mistaken. Because it will be next month. I think it's so far away. Because, for example, you give them 2 weeks notice, it was considered to be rude.
А там заранее приходилось. Например, самый короткий срок это был 2 недели. Потому что если раньше, через 2 недели, это было очень некультурно с твоей стороны.
Lithuanian society, says Consul General, is very open. This is both because of the increasing globalization and because of Lithuania's accession to international organizations. And being a full member of the world community, Lithuania wants to not only receive, but also to give something to the community. There could be different paths, but there will be one goal: to make our relations with one or other party only better. And trade and economic relations will strengthen, including cultural and political ties. There is one goal, and how to achieve it, we can adjust this rate. But the goal of the process do not change in the diplomatic service.